Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Anil Shetty, a professor and consultant. So in today's second session on management of economics, we'll continue with module 1. So in today's class, we will be covering functions of management, the basic functions of management in brief, and then we will be seeing one more content, that is innovation and representation. So let's start with management functions, or also called as sometimes process of management. So as per the Newman, a management function consists of four things: planning, organizing, leading, and last one, controlling. As per Henry Foyle, it is consist of five things: planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and then the last, controlling. As per Luther Glick, he gave seven functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and then reporting, and also budgeting. It is also called as POSD, Corp, CORP. By Warren and Joseph, they gave the planning functions as decision making, organizing, then staffing, planning, controlling, communicating, and directing. By Kunz, it is divided into five parts: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Out of this one, the main, which will cover almost each sub part, is given by Kunz. That is the last one: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling part. Now let's see each these functions one by one in detail. So what do you mean by planning? Planning is nothing but deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is going to do it. Very much important. Now, what planning will help is it will bridge a gap between where we are today and where we want to reach. Okay, and it also helps to set the goal of an organization. So what are the targets of the organization for the next year, maybe next quarter? All this will be possible with the help of planning. So in general, it is a basic function of the management. It deals with chalking out a future course of action, deciding in advance, okay, the most appropriate course of action to achieve the predefined goals. It is an exercise in problem solving, decision making. Planning is determination of course of action to achieve the desired goals. Thus, a planning is a systematic thinking about the ways and means of accomplishing predetermined goals. Planning is necessary to ensure proper utilization of both human and non-human resources. It is all pervasive. It is an intellectual activity, and it also helps in avoiding any confusion and uncertainty. Next one, organization. Organizing, it is a process of bringing together physical, financial, and human resource, and developing the productive relationship among them to achieve the organization goals. According to Henry Foyle, to organize a business is to provide it everything useful and its functioning. That is the raw material, tools, capital, and personnel. So he is dealing with mainly about the production of any cars. To organize a business involves determining and providing human and non-human resource to the organization structure in general. So establishing the frame of working should include how many units or subunits or the departments we need, or how many groups or subgroups we need, how many posts and designations are needed in each department, how to attribute the authority and responsibility among the employees. So all this hierarchy organizational chart should be created, okay, in case of a organization. Once this decision are taken, organization structure get set up. So I can say, okay, I need vice president, then some plant heads, then managers of the respective departments, then supervisors, then the workers, all this. So organizing as a process involves identifying the activity, classification of grouping of activities, assignment of duties, delegation of authority and creation of responsibility, coordinating authority and responsibility relationship. So what it says is, I have to identify all the duties. So if a worker is there, his duty is to see to that on his machine the production is happening properly or not. If any problem, he will report to his supervisor. Now it is the duty of the supervisor to see to that all the workers working under him, they produce whatever the products and their production rate is there. Now if he face any problem, he has to report to the production manager. Now the duty of the production manager is not only handling one supervisor, he has to handle multiple supervisors. One may be doing in casting, one may be doing in machining, and see to that the complete product is ready. Again he has to report to the higher authority so that inventory is getting ready. Okay. The next is staffing. So staffing involves manpower planning. Okay, estimating the manpower in terms of searching, choosing the person and giving the right person the right place. Recruitment, selection, placement, the other names of staffing or other parts or functions of staffing also. Training and development, what should be the remuneration paid, what is how his or her performance should be recorded and appraisal should be given, how he should be promoted or transferred to X or Y department when needed. So it is nothing but staffing is nothing but I can say the HR department. Okay, so what its function is, if there is a requirement at the lower level, middle level, at higher level, they will choose the people. Okay, then they conduct interviews. In some cases like trainee engineers, they have to send to each many departments, and then which department, depending on the feedback they got, they will decide which department they have to be put. Okay, so its main function is manning the organization structure and keeping it manned. What it means is providing the resources, human resource to the department by choosing the best person for that duty. Okay, now also staffing has assumed greater importance in recent years due to the advancement of technology, increase in the size of business, also complexity of the human behavior. Okay, so the main purpose of the staffing is to put the right person on the right job. The next is directing. So directing is giving direction or instruction to the employees to get the job done. Leadership qualities are required very much in this one. Motivating employees by providing monetary and non-monetary incentives. In many cases we have to do this. Communicating with them at regular, important, very much important part of management. So if there is no proper communication, leader may not be a successful one. It is a part of the managerial function which actuates the organization method to work efficiently to achieve the organizational purpose or goals. It is considered life spark of an enterprise which sets it in motion. The action of people, because planning, organizing, staffing are just in preparatory phase for that work. Whether they are going in a correct direction or not, that is done by directing people. Direction is that Inert personal aspect of management, which deals mainly include influencing, guiding, supervising, motivating subordinates for achieving the organization goal. For example, if I set a target of selling 100 cars per month, okay, I have to see that my sales subordinates are doing job or not. If anyone is getting deviated or get stressed, I have to motivate them. I have to direct them the different alternatives to achieve that sales target. So this functions mainly involves supervision, implies seeing the overseeing the work of a subordinate by their supervisors, whether he is acting properly or not. You should, as a supervisor, you should not come at the end directly. Okay, work is not done. You have to go and check in between, and if any of the worker is going in the wrong path, you have to pause him and put in the correct path. Also, this involves motivating him also. Okay, so means inspiring, stimulating, encouraging the subordinates. Okay, a positive, negative, monetary, non-monetary incentive may be used for this purpose also. Sometimes you have to say you are doing good job, sometimes you have to scold him also. Next is a leadership quality. This, a person who is doing a job of directing, he should have a very good leadership quality. It may be defined as a process by which manager guides or influences the work of a subordinate in a desired directions. Okay. Next is the communication is a process of passing information, experience, opinion, etc. from one to another. It abridges of understanding. Okay, so communication plays an important role. So he has to communicate as a leader, the person who is directing the workforce. The next function is controlling. Now, controlling is nothing but whether we are going in a right direction or not, or any deviation is there, that we have to check. So what generally we are doing is matching the actual performance with the planned code. If the problem tries, if a problem, try to find the reason for deviation. Suggest corrective measures in the path of the plan. It implies measurement of accomplishment against the standards, correction of deviation if any, to ensure organization's goals are met. So the purpose of controlling is to ensure that everything occurs in a conformities with the standards. An efficient system of control helps to predict the deviation before they actually occurs. According to Theo, controlling is a process of checking whether or not a proper progress is being made towards the objective and course, and acting if necessary to correct any deviation. For example, if I gave a target of selling 100 cars, I should not go on the 30th day and check whether he has sold or not. So I have to see the gap. Okay, first week he may sell not 100, he may sell only 10. So just in 10% of the target. Next 1 week he may sell 30, 35, 30 cars. So he has improved from 10 to 30. Last week he may improve, again go for 50. So like this, the slowly exponentially he will increase. Okay. So but if I come directly on the last day and if he has sold only 10 cars, the target may not be achieved. Okay. So therefore, controlling has following steps: establishment of standard performance, measurement of actual performance, and comparing the actual performance with the standard, finding the deviation if any, and take the corrective actions. Now these were the 5 functions what we saw. Okay. Now let's see the next part of this lecture, that is innovation and representation. So innovation means creating a new idea which may improve the product, process, or maybe your service practice also. How? Just by simple innovation on idea I can improve my product. Let's see a few of the example and understand this innovation concept. So the first example is Hindustan Unilever's Clinic Plus. Okay, so this is, you saw 1 rupee sachet. Okay, so let's say Hindustan Lever came up with this concept in shampoo industry first time. So they brought a 1 rupee sachet shampoo. So if I'm launching a new product, I can test this by just investing 1 rupees. I am happy, I can buy the big one. Secondly, when I'm doing any traveling and other things, this small sachet will work for me. Okay, so very useful things. So that was a very big hit when it was introduced. Next way of innovation is Eureka Fox direct to house Salesforce. So you have saw this Eureka for person. Many places they will go home to home selling and giving the demonstration of their product, even during places where the people will have walking and other things, they will demonstrate their product. One of the main success story was ITC e-Chopal, which now benefited number of Indian farmers across the country. So what it says is they just provided one computer and with the internet facility and one website where all the information was available for the farmers. Now currently it is available on the apps and other things, but when it started with the simple computers. Okay, so there will be a expert maybe sitting in the Delhi, a person at a remote place of let's say northeast can ask him the question about the farming and other things which he can help out. Okay, next is the presentation. Okay, so as a manager it is also required nowadays to spend a part of his time in representing his organization. Okay, before various outside bodies. It may be a government body, it may be an official government office, it may be a labor union, it may be a financial institute, it may be a supplier, customer, etc. As a manager must win their support by effectively managing the social impact of his or her organization. In some places they have to attend few industrial functions or official functions. It may be also related to their CSR activities. In some places they have to present their product. Okay, so maybe big exhibitions, all where they are representing. As a manager they have to represent their product. Also in some cases they have to go to the financial institutes to get loans, so there also they are representing their organization. So in today's class we saw 5 functions of management, and we saw one of the 2 qualities as a manager one have is innovation, and also he should be a very good representative to his company. So if you have any questions in today's session, either you can mail me the doubts or even you can text me. Thank you everyone.